Well, here I am at home on the rostrum, my happy place. But now let's go to Derbyshire to take a look at the first lot.
Hello everybody, I'm David Harper and this is David Elstob. There he is. We're going to show you 3 great antiques for you to value. Do let us know what other antiques you want us to talk about in the future. But let's see how close you are at getting the prices right. Let's see if you can value like an auctioneer.
A lovely tea set again. So we've got a really great tea service here, quite a rare service made by the Pinkston factory in Derbyshire. Now Pinkston's quite a short-lived factory. From around 1796 to 1858 they were producing soft paste porcelain, which is what we mainly produced in England.
What's the difference then between soft paste and hard paste?
If you get hard paste porcelain, which was made by the Chinese, and then Meissen did hard paste, it has that glassy feel to it, almost like a glassy soapy feel, whereas soft paste which we produced is just exactly that. It feels a bit soft. It's hard to explain until you have it in the hand.
Yeah, it was a copy of the Chinese hard paste originals. We just couldn't master the Chinese ingredients.
Correct. I mean, some English factories like Bristol tried to do it, and they produced kind of a hybrid really, but this is quite an academic piece, quite collectible, but a niche collecting area.
Now, why do you say academic?
Well, because Pinkston was quite short-lived as a factory. It's not marked. How we know it's Pinkston is the shape of the handle.
The shape of the handle?
On the coffee cans.
Looks like a handle, genuinely to me, David. I mean,
well, that looks like an ear to me. Does it not to you?
It does look like an ear.
Yeah. That's the giveaway.
Okay, so when you refer to it as being academic, I was beginning to lose it a bit. But now I understand. You know, I've been doing this for 500 years and I didn't know that.
Well, it's easy if you turn something over and it says Royal Doulton. But there's not a mark on that, you know, to say who it made by. So you've got to look at it. You've got to look at the body. When I say the body, the porcelain, the decoration, the shape of the handles. You can often identify in the 18th century English porcelain the factory from the shapes of the handles.
I like it, David, when you get academic.
It's not very often, not very often.
But you do it so well when you become academic.
We do have a little bit of restoration, a few condition issues on it. And it's not really a complete service. You don't have the teapot. The teapot would be the zenith, really. So we've got saucers, teacup saucers. We've got one can and then a couple of kind of side plates.
But let's be honest, it looks quite ordinary and an easy one to miss if somebody's got this at home, because they must have heard us say so many times before that tea sets are just not worth anything, so they would just simply bypass it.
Absolutely. I mean, this type of thing would pass through a general auction somewhere and a tray lot of miscellaneous ceramics quite easily. But it's a very collectible thing. We've actually got a modest estimate on it, partly because the condition. 80 to 120 is the estimate, but I have already spoken to some people that are interested. I've had people in looking at it, so I'm hopeful that it's going to outdo that estimate.
Okay, here we go, 80 to 120. David thinks that's modest. Let me know how close you get to the final auction price.
136, on to Pinktons Tea service. Pinkston partial tea service. With interest, I'll start you Jason's bidder at £50. 50 bid. 50 bid. Jason's bidder at 50. I'll take 60. 50 bid. 60 next. At £50. 60 bid. 60 bid. 60 bid. 70. 80. 80. 80 on the telephone. 90. 100 bid on the phone. 100 bid. It's 100 bid on the telephone. At 100 bid to receive 110. At 100 bid, 110 next. A rare Pinkston service. 110. 120. 120 bid. 120 bid. 130. 140. 140 bid. 150. 160. 170. 180. 190. 200. 200 bid. At 200 bid, on the telephone at £200, and we all going to finish. Fair warning, 220, 240, 240 bid, 240 on the telephone, 240 bid, 260, 280, 280, 280, 280 on the telephone, 300, 320, 320, 320 bid, 340, 360, 360, 380, 400, 420, 440, 460, 480, 500, 50, 550, 600, 650, 700, 800 was up. 750, sorry, 750 on the telephone. Bids on the telephone is 750. 750 bids on the Ford 750. I'll take 800, 800, 850, 850, 850 bid. It's on the telephone at 850, 850 bid. On the telephone then, you're out online. It's a telephone bidder at 850 then. Fair warning, I'm selling at 850. All done at 850. 850.
4111.
4111. Thank you very much.
Well, all I can say is that was a popular Pinkston tea service. David said it was a low estimate, and he did say he had some people interested. Had people interested? That is an understatement. Did you get anywhere near £850? I bet you didn't.
So let's go on to the next item. It's a really great thing, and one of my favourite lots again, generally a personal favourite of mine, this type of thing. But just here it is. Wow. Fabulous box, isn't it? Lovely thing. An Art Nouveau Tudric pewter biscuit box.
Tudric, that is
pewter.
a famous thing, isn't it?
The range of pewter done by Liberty & Co in London, the famous department store. Normally a lot of their pewter is designed by Archibald Knox, the famous Manx designer and artist. But this one's by a different designer who we come across now and again, but little is known of him, and his name's David Vase. It's a lovely, beautiful bit of Art Nouveau design with this whiplash and a lovely high polish to it. It's polish on Liberty pewter is a bit of a personal thing. A lot of the die-hard collectors will say don't polish it, but some people, and personally, I like it polished. I must say, I like it high polish on it.
This is not like you, because you're always telling us not to polish.
I think it works well on this. I think you have to be careful if it has a slightly raised pattern that you might lose the definition, but on this I think it's absolutely fine.
Okay, so retailed through Liberties, date-wise, what are we looking at?
We're talking 1905, that area. So we've got the Tudric pewter mark on the bottom, Tudric, and the model number 084.
It's a really good piece of design.
Great piece of Art Nouveau design, it really is. It makes me smile, I love it.
And you would just have it as a thing, wouldn't you? It doesn't have to have any function.
I believe it was in the Liberty catalogues as a biscuit box.
Right, that's a posh biscuit box.
Or the Americans would say a wafer box. But a great thing, I just love it. It's a great decoration.
Okay, how much would somebody need to pay to own that piece?
Well, our auction estimate's 400 to 600.
And what do you think, David?
I think we're spot on.
You always think you're spot on.
Not always. I think we're spot on this time.
Right, well, David reckons he's bang on the money at £400 to £600. I'm going to say £500. Aurora, what do you say?
I think £600.
£600. But more interestingly, what do you think? Let us know how close you get to the final hammer price. As you can see, that is not David Elstob, that is the lovely Melanie. David is on a break, a biscuit break.
Here I've got bids all over the shop, starting at £360 on live auctioneers, £360 on live auctioneers, £440 easy live now. Lovely thing, £460 sale room, £460 on the sale room, £480 easy live. Easy live's bid at £480, do I see 500? Flashed up then, do I see 500 anywhere? 500 invaluable. Bids everywhere, 550 easy live. £550 bid on easy live. Live 700, live auctioneers. £700 bid on live auctioneers, 750, easy live, back in. 800, live auctioneers now. £800 live auctioneers, do I see 850 anywhere? £800 now, live auctioneers. Are we all done and finished now at £800? Do I see 850 anywhere? All done and finished, 800, fair warning.
A very good result, £800 for the Tudric Liberty biscuit box. It's 120 years old and drop dead gorgeous. Go on, be honest. How close were you?
Well, next up we have some R.Lalique for you.
I love a bit of R.Lalique, David.
As an auction house, R.Lalique's one of our favourites. We have a lot of buyers and sellers for R.Lalique. It's something we sell an awful lot of. We've got a few lots in the next sale, but the one I've picked is this lovely blue stained eucalyptus pattern vase. And I've picked it because I think it just shows how actually R.Lalique doesn't have to be worth thousands and thousands of pounds. This is a vase which is probably, we've got an auction estimate of 300 to 400 on it, but it's really approachable at that, and you can get a really nice piece for the money. And I think it's a very good starter piece for somebody who's looking to start a collection. It's a really good start, but don't go spending £5,000 or £6,000 on a piece. Just a few £100 and you've got a great thing.
Now, David, is this R.Lalique or R.Lalique?
This is R.Lalique.
Right, R.Lalique, so pre-1945.
This is pre his death. Lovely thing, all nice, well moulded with these eucalyptus leaves, so good depth to the moulding. This blue staining, which is original, is nice and vivid. Sometimes it does wear through age and time, but it's in good order, nice condition.
And what about the design itself? When does that date to? Any idea when the design was first penned?
This was in the 1920s, this one.
Okay, so we can date it to 1920s to 1945.
Yeah. This one, I'm sure it was designed around the mid-20s, I think, the eucalyptus. But a nice, just a lovely vase. We've got some other people. We've got a fabulous car mascot and a big Ceylon vase, which are in a higher price bracket. And probably not somewhere you'd want to start your collection at. But this, I think, is a good piece to start at.
£400 to £600.
4 to 6.
Okay, on the hammer, what's your prediction? Go for it.
To pick one figure out, I'm going to say 700.
Well, you heard him. £700 is the prediction from David Elstob. I think he's right. I think it just looks cracking value for money. And the R.Lalique pre-1945, remember that. If it just says R.Lalique, it's post-45, so it's really important. This, a great piece. I'd pay 700. I reckon it'll make 800. What about you? Let us know how close you get to the final hammer price. Well done, David.
Thank you.
Good luck.
I'll start with interest here, £400 on my commission, 400 on the book, 400, 420, 440, 460, 480, 500, 550, 550 with me, 550 still with my commission, 550 bid, 600 online, 650 with me, at 650 bid, it's on my commission at 650, we all done and finished, fair warning at 650, all done, 650 to buy 5049, thank you.
Okay, at £650, David Elstob was closer than me. But what really interests me is this. How close were you to this one and any of the others? Let me know. I'm really interested. Thanks for watching. Give us some feedback. Give us some tips. What sort of things would you like us to show you and talk about? Thanks again for watching, everybody. From David Elstob and from me, David Harper. Cheerio for now.